Thank you. And a real straw.
Dripping.
Is this red?
And then we're gonna color our images.
Y'all gonna make some stuff? Cool.
Hello everyone and welcome to another card video. My name is Koren Wiskman and today I have Kawaii Cuties from a company called Stamp Anniething. Stamp Anniething. Her name is Annie. I love it. And I love her Kawaii Cuties. So let me show you what I've got to play with. And Dexter's gonna make a card, probably. And let's see what we can come up with. In this video, I will be using the Zombody to Love stamp set and the Cute but Deadly Kawaii Cuties stamp sets, and coordinating dies are available for those. I'm also going to be using the Squiggle Mat Die and this cool fence that's also part of the Kawaii Cuties line. I also ordered this new to me watercolor paper. This is cotton watercolor paper, cold pressed by Stonehenge, and I've never used it before, so today is the day. I'm stamping my Kawaii Cuties in Ranger Jet Black Archival ink onto the Stonehenge watercolor paper. This watercolor paper is very textured, in my opinion, and so I stamped it several times, and even stamping it several times, I had to give it a little extra oomph. You know what I'm talking about. I'm using my Derwent Inktense pencils to color today. These are not exactly watercolor pencils, but they are used in a very similar fashion. I use them in a very similar fashion, and they're one of my very favorite ways to color on my card projects. So I'm using them today to color this unicorn voodoo doll. As Dexter and I were sitting here coloring our images for our cards, he made reference to the fact that they were very Halloween themed sets that we were using, and it's February. But that's his favorite time of year, and that's what we wanted to create with. So that's the vibe we are going with. And it isn't necessarily Halloween. Maybe you just like that type of imagery and you want to use it for your friend that likes that type of imagery. I know you could give this card to any of my children and they would absolutely love it any time of year. It's creepy cute, and creepy cute goes a long way in this house.
And also it has yellow.
Oh. It's actually supposed to be a tomato, and it holds pins, but I made it pink because my voodoo doll is a little spunky. There is a little tiny pin stamp that comes in the set, so that's what I'm stamping now, and I did 3, the rule of 3s. So I stamped three pins. I had to use that creepy tree and the moon and the cloud from the Zombody to Love stamp set. And I just love that the Kawaii Cuties have like so many different stamp sets that you can use all together because they're the same size and they're the same, artistic style. How cute is it that the coordinating dies are pink? Isn't that super cute? Now that I have all of my images all cut out and ready to go, it's time to work on the background. I'm doing it differently for this video if anyone notices that. Because Dexter was working with me, he was taking some of my supplies, so this was me working together with Dexter. I wanted a magical background, and that means ink blending some magical colors. I've got picked raspberry, twisted citron, and wilted violet. And these magical colors seem to be drying up. I need to re-ink them, and I just can't stand it when I need to re-ink things. But I actually have the re-inkers for these. Isn't that sad? Yeah. I'm going between the Ranger ink blending tool and those makeup blending brushes to just try to get as much ink as possible on the background, going back and forth between the colors and in between the colors, and it was a lot of ink blending. And magical background to me also means ridiculous amounts of shimmer spray. So, you know, frost, sparkle, and white iridescent from Avery L. Yeah, all of it. We used all three on this one. To create my scene, I'm going to use that Squiggle Mat Die once my background is dry enough to cut out. And then this awesome fence. Look at this fence. It's like all beat up and like zombified. It's totally fitting for this scene. And we're going to use this Thinking of You because, you know, what kind of sentiment do you use for this type of card? Right. So Thinking of You is kind of the best one for this time of year, I think. So that's what I did. And we're heat embossing it on black cardstock. We're using white embossing powder and just the magic of heat embossing, which is always lovely. I need to cut this into a strip, and to do that, I've been using this Tonic paper trimmer. Skinny strips, I really just line it up with the blade and the plastic guard and just wing it. I don't even care if it's straight, and it's not.
You gotta hold it down so everybody can see.
I spent a lot.
Your fingernails are disgusting.
I spent a lot of time working on it, but I think it turned out well. In there.
That's the inside?
Mhm.
You forgot the I in birthday. Well, you did good. And there's a missing P. High five. You turkey me? I let you in my video.
It's just a joke.
I love you. Thank you for making a card with me today.
Here is how my background is looking. I think it looks super magical. The only problem is, and I always do this, I don't pay enough attention to the size of the die and the ink blended background. I wish I had a little bit deeper purple and a little bit deeper pink, you know, on those edges. And I totally could add that now, but I didn't want to mess with it. It was already shimmery and it looked great. I added all of my elements with different levels of foam adhesive, including the sentiment. And now I'm using Nuvo crystal glaze on the ends of my pins because I wanted them to be glass head pins. Yes, I'm being that right now. And I'm also using some clear sequins to add just a little bit more magic to the background. And it's super pretty.
I hope you enjoyed making a card with us today. Find me, find Stamp Anniething on social media. I love interacting with you in the comments, so drop me a hi, hey, hello, how are ya? And can I help you? Until next time.
Thank you all for being so supportive of Dexter. He really eats it up. I'm sure he's going to really enjoy reading the comments.